Welcome back to the Romanian Reaver channel and my playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition.
How much did you need?
Hopefully there's not too much
Mages and
knocking in the
clerics.
background.
If I were back in the city, I could just steal some blankets.
What do you need to keep these refugees warm?
Blankets, warm clothes, all of it. These poor sods lost everything when the mages and the Templars went crazy. If we were in a village, I could just pinch a blanket off a clothesline and be fine. Out here, I'm sure the apostates have plenty of supplies, just haven't been able to find them.
Farewell.
And to you.
Okay, so... apostating. Let's head back to the war room and see what's up. And by the way, I haven't played for about 2 months, maybe 3, possibly 4, can't remember exactly. So I'm a wee bit rusty, like pretty much every game, to be honest, because yeah, at the current time I'm working on a dissertation paper. Was hoping to get Conan out last Tuesday, but yeah. Conan's the first impressions, that is. But exams happening on Monday, so shit got shifted around. There's also a cat running around the background, not back room. You can hear her. Now let's see what this guy wants. Uh-huh. Yeah. That's an interesting thing to discover. About what? Whoa.
Your kind killed the most holy.
Lies. Your kind let her die.
Shut your mouth, mage!
Enough!
Knight Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave?
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
If the proper authority hadn't completely failed, the Conclave wouldn't have been needed.
So you suggest I blame the Chantry and exalt a murderer? What of justice?
That won't help restore order in the here and now.
Order will never be restored so long as this rebellion is allowed to fester.
Remind me why you're allowing the Chancellor to stay?
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Val Royeaux, however.
How widespread is the violence between mages and Templars?
Impossible to say.
Your organization flouting the Chantry's authority will not help matters.
With the Conclave destroyed, I imagine the war between mages and Templars is renewed with interest.
The mages and Templars are fighting even though we don't know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
Exactly why all this should be left to a new divine. If you are innocent, the Chantry will establish it as so.
or we'll be happy to use someone as a scapegoat.
You think nobody cares about the truth? We all grieve Justinia's loss.
But you won't grieve if the Herald of Andraste is conveniently swept under a carpet.
I'll make sure they see reason in Val Royeaux.
I pray you're right.
The question in this game for me really is, who am I going to bang? And also I'm gonna just turn up some audio values. They're already fucking turned up. Let's go with... maybe that'll give us more volume.
Greetings, Herald of Andraste. How fares your quest to seal the breach?
Damn the final.
Well, you know how these things go. At least, I hope someone does.
You love to bring a little light into the darkness, and I'm glad to see it. Too many see laughter as antithetical to the chant of light. They imagine Andraste as a grim warrior all her life, forgetting that she loved and was loved in return. I hope she found time for laughter during her trials, as I hope you do.
You keep talking as though I'm the equal of Andraste. Do you know how unnerving that is?
I can only imagine. But we are all given to our purpose under the Maker. A sword does not ask to be forged. And frankly, if such a comparison gives you pause, I do not see that as a bad thing. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
She has a nice ass, even though she's teleporting.
Can you tell me about the original Inquisition?
The original Inquisition was formed after the First Blight, well before the Chantry as we know it. The Inquisitors were hunters, zealots, who tracked and killed cultists and dangerous mages. As Andraste rose to power, the Inquisition came into her service. Instead of hunting those who would do harm, the Inquisitors spread the chant of light by force.
No wonder everyone is so nervous around us. Who chose that name?
Divine Justinia herself. I understand that this was not a popular decision.
I wonder why.
In any case, once the chant of light had spread far and wide, there was less need for zealots. The Inquisitors became the seekers of truth, and eventually the Templars.
This is the dark chapter of history for the Divine to revisit.
Do you know what impresses me most about the original Inquisition? They fought horrific battles, killed and died for their cause, and when it was time, they put their swords away. Perhaps the name was Divine Justinia's message, that when the Inquisition is needed, it will strike without mercy. But when its work is done, it will put its sword away.
Do you know who the Grand Clerics will choose as the next Divine?
It is a difficult decision. All the obvious candidates perished with Divine Justinia at the Conclave. The Grand Clerics are terrified of the Inquisition. They will not decide soon, and I fear they will not decide wisely. Whoever is chosen needs the Inquisition's support. No one else seems likely to seal the breach.
How are the people doing after what happened at the Conclave?
They are scared, of course. Many have lost homes or loved ones. I doubt many will sleep well until you have sealed the breach. I have offered what help I can. The rest is for the Inquisition. What more do you wish to know?
What are you doing to help these people?
My sisters and I have been tending to the injured as best we are able. Some refugees come with food, while others arrive empty-handed. I have helped ensure that all have enough to eat. Beyond that, many simply wish the familiar comfort of the chant of light. It is little enough work to offer some comfort to those in pain.
How are the villagers in Haven doing?
They are terrified. Many of them came here because the war between the Mages and the Templars destroyed their homes. In their minds, the death of a divine has destroyed any chance of peace. To that, add the breach. Farmers have fled their fields. If we do not restore order, half of Thedas may starve.
Do you have information on people elsewhere?
The refugees in the hinterlands are desperate. Without help, starvation or war will claim many lives. Villagers in Crestwood are besieged by their own dead. They have sent word begging for assistance. People are vanishing in the hills of Emprise du Lion. It may be demons or something worse, but they are terrified. More than that I cannot say. It is a chaotic time for all in Olay and Ferelden.
Farewell.
Until next time.
Quite bad. But, yeah, definitely not a good one. Oh, jeez, that hurt my ears. I don't... That's good. Allows me to actually do something in the background if need be. For some reason, the TV focus just made my ears bleed. Damn. I think the bass was too strong.
My scouts still comb the hills for clues about the explosion. I'll take what I can find.
I'm gonna have to get some of these as well. Eventually. Well, we should be able to. There we go. With thanks to Our Lady Ambassador, I was able to study the scroll. The reference is vague, but it implies connection to the temple, possibly elven. I followed the lead and believe one such temple stands in the oasis in the western approach. As to what lies within, I cannot say. Reports of the place are cut off or have pages missing. I have yet to find a reliable first-hand account. Perhaps our soldiers can provide a better one. Well, off we go. Shields only protect from the front. Watch the direction warriors are facing. Dodge and weave, basically, if you're fighting warriors. Saga of Trida Brightaxe of Our Mother. Second stanza. That's as far as I got. You guys probably can just pause the video and be like, oh, that's interesting. Me, however, not so much. Hopefully the neighbors aren't too loud. Hopefully.
Come to join us at the oasis? It's actually quite the sight. It and the temple are further in.
Have you learned anything more about the temple?
Honestly, I don't like the feel of the place. No one does.
Why not?
Couldn't say. It's just a... feeling.
Anything else I should know?
Not much to tell. A mining company out of Val-Fermin used to have an interest here, but economies change, and they moved on. Strange the miners never marked the temple on their maps.
That sounds bad. Change party, okay. Yeah, a good idea would be to save.
This might interest you, sir.
What is it?
You may want to look into this.
Serpentine Survey, Serpentstone, and Paragon's Luster. You found the sigils. Sigils can be attached to armors and give special bonuses along with unique hindrances. That noise sounds haunted. I'm guessing that has to do with some other location. Deep shrooms. I remember those. Ah, that's an ocularum. One of those things again. Okay, more saves for the safeguard, and let's see.
Another key to that temple in the desert.
That's a fennec. That's a fennec. Oh, cute. Yes, I think it's a fennec. Sorry about that. Neighbors were getting a wee bit too loud and proud. Oh, cock me. Next wave and bomb. Over there. Again. Nice. Alright, nice. Okay, that's one more rift down. Kinda miss the ability to actual fucking heal, but whatever. There's a camp around, so may as well.
We could make camp here. To report, sir.
Intrinsic pool. That looks like a mutated bunny. In the center of it, the scent of water, the soft call of a tusket wading through the pool. You almost forget that outside the oasis there's simply nothing. I'm gonna guess there's something to go up over here. I hope. Doesn't look like though. Or it could be over here. Maybe for later explorationary endeavors. Yeah, that definitely looks hostile. Ooh, these guys are tough. Whoa, whoa. I swear that was all on purpose. All according to Keikaku, I swear. Wow, those guys were tougher than I would have expected. You would think a rift would be harder to close, but nope. Apparently dogs are harder to kill, that is, not close.
Nothing to report, sir.
And I'm going to leave it off here now, ladies and gentlemen, because it is more or less 25 minutes. Thank you for watching, or more precisely surviving up until this point, because gods know the editing's kinda interesting, and My voice has a melodic tone to it. If you like what you saw, feel free to hit the subscribe button, like button. It does help out the statistics of the channel, gets more visible, you know, stuff like that. And to be honest, at one point I would like to actually make this a job so I can do better content with better quality, more games, more coverage, you know, stuff like that. Take care.